I got to know about Youth Foundation through my cousin Kingsley Biledian. Taking care of children for me is a gift, actually. That's how I think I would see it before it even became a ministry. So in our family, we are quite a number, and every holiday we always have reunions where everyone home and abroad is around. And funnily, growing up, it has always been me being in charge of all of my younger cousins, all of them. So I had that in me already. It looks like everything around me is YF. So my current job, I got it because I am a YF member.
Oh, wow. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another one-on-one podcast with YBC. Thank you for being here. And on today's episode, we have another one of our very own. And I don't want to say too much, so I'll just allow her to read the onion. So, Start, it's so good to have you on the podcast for this particular episode. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making our time to be with us today. So just to jump right into the interview. For those that don't know you, okay, me, I know you very well. So just, give us a little bit of introduction. Tell us about yourself to start with.
Okay, yeah. So I am Adetutu Aiyesa near Adetutu. So at YF, I'm popularly known as Adetutu Adetutu. Yep. So I'm an accountant. What else do you want to know?
Okay. Let's leave it at that. So, just to give us a little bit of background, what was growing up like for you? Just tell us about your growing up. Childhood memories. How was it like for you?
Childhood memory was beautiful. I had a very beautiful childhood, rooted in Christ. Yeah. So YF, I think YF came into that when I was in SS1, 2003 precisely. That's the year of heritage year. So YF was, childhood had been very, very, very beautiful one. Church, yeah, Girls Guide and all, but YF added the icing on the cake. So it was a good time.
All right, ma. Thank you. So talking about YF, that would bring me to my next question. So how did you get to know about Youth Foundation? How did you get to learn about Youth Foundation?
Okay, yeah. So I got to know about Youth Foundation through my cousin Kingsley Biledian. So most times when we were going home, I was in Queens, he was in GCI. So most times when we are going home, I always expecting on Friday to be early, but it's always late. So what are you always doing that is always making you late? Because by the time I get home, how do I explain that we are not home at the same time? And it's like, I still have to go to this fellowship, blah, blah, blah. I cannot be waiting for you at the gates. It's better we just go to that same place together and head home, because I can't give anybody explanations. So, and that was how it was. Then mostly my friends then also, okay, yeah, at that time, I had friends. I see buses coming around on Fridays to pick students up. I really don't know what it was for until, I ended up being in that same bus. And we got to Victoria Center at Sharp Corner then. Yeah, so it was nice. It was a nice one. It was a nice experience.
Okay, so you mentioned that your first year knowing about Youth Foundation was 2003 or 4? Or what year did you mention?
2003, Heritage.
Okay. So since, that's
2003. That was the first time, yeah.
So that's about, give or take, it will be 23 years now. that's about 2 decades, and
I have not calculated it that way. But if
I
you said
mean
so,
that's
oh wow.
that's like 2 decades, about three years. So what has been your most memorable? I know that you have more than one. If you can just share one or two experience of being of Youth Foundation for you.
Ah, most memorable. Every year is memorable for me.
I mean,
Every year I
give
have
1 year or
attended.
2 year
Okay, yeah.
that
So every
that's
year I have attended
okay.
is memorable, but most memorable. I'm trying to see. Every year had been memorable, but I think there was this particular. Um, okay, yeah. So every year has been memorable for me anyway, in all sincerity. But I think the one I loved most was Increase unto Greatness. That was this, I think 2000 and, is it 2004 or 2005? I'm not sure. But the one with Increase unto Greatness was peculiar for me. And I think since that day where Uncle actually mentioned the Bible verse, Psalm 71:21, it stuck.
Hmm.
Yeah, it stuck. So that was the most memorable one for me because um, I think was that the year I was camp commandant? No, the year I was I'm not sure if that was the year I was commandant, but I think that's the other one where I was involved in virtually everything that
Everything.
happened in camp. Yes, sir. I think that was a beautiful one as well. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I
All right.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So let's leave wife, for a minute. We'd love to know, believe that, yeah, you're a born again Christian. Would just want to
Yes,
just
I am.
give us, just share your salvation story with us, how you became born again. We'd love to hear, and I'm sure it will be a blessing to one or two persons listening or watching us out there.
So where I actually became born again is quite interesting. We were on summer coaching at Expert Education Center, Akiemi. And then Expert was inside after NEPA. So that we always have fellowships on midweek on Wednesdays. So that was where I actually gave my life to Christ when one of the pastors, that was 2003.
Wow. Wow.
2003. So it was summer, August 2003. Yes, when there was a guest minister that came around, and I answered the call. And what actually shaped it all, because when you have that kind of call, it's not like there's any follow up.
Mm, mm,
Even if they come, it's just maybe once, maybe the second week. Then those pastors are off, and you're seeing another guest minister and all.
yeah.
But what shaped it for me was, of course, that was the same time I joined YF.
Yeah, I
So
was going to say that.
YF fueled it for me. YF built me in Christ. Yes, and yeah, that's it.
Amazing, amazing. We are all grateful for Youth Foundation, the role it has played
Yes,
in our lives.
that foundation word there really is key.
Yeah,
The
it's key.
foundation really for
Yeah,
everyone. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, if you have to talk about your name is synonymous to one particular aspect of Youth Foundation, which is the junior
My
friends.
name.
Yes, when we hear,
Really.
Tutu Adedayo, junior friends, Tutu Adedayo, junior friends. So, for me personally, I believe for me that for you it has become like a ministry. So at what point did you drifted towards being with children? I don't know if that's what you do in your local church where you attend services. I don't know if so. At what point did you okay? I want to focus on children. I want to be a children teacher because it takes a lot of. You have to be. It has to be a ministry. It has to be a gift. I believe because taking care of children can be a whole lot.
Uh,
So at what point what therefore, yeah, I
Children
want.
ministry for me. Children, taking care of children for me is a gift, actually. That's how I think I would see it before it even became a ministry. So in our family, Akpo, dear. In our family, we are quite a number, and every holiday we always have reunions where everyone home and abroad is around.
Mm.
And funnily, growing up, it has always been me being in charge of all of my younger cousins, all of them. So, I had that in me already. So coming to YF and okay, so funnily, I was not into junior friends at first. I actually was in the same YFBC at some
Wow.
point. I
Amazing.
was in YFBC at for a start, yeah. But I just realized that YFBC is not something you do all day. It takes you, there are different sections. So most times my section is always like maybe in the hall, we just have few or two things to do. Then I'm off and I'm like, well, I just see the children and I'm like, okay, you do this, do that. And I see myself already organizing one or two things with Auntie Lara Majengba son then. And in the long run, I just saw it like, I don't think I really want to be at YFBC. I think
Mhm.
this place fits me better. Yeah, so that's it for me.
So at what point did you now became a ministry for you know that okay, this is what God is, I mean, calling me into?
So at the point, so I started at my own church actually. When I just go to church, I stay with the children, and all of a sudden, I just realized that they complete me. The children complete me.
Mm.
If I'm in church and I am not yet with them, I really don't see. It's not like church is not church, but there's this
The
fulfillment
service
I
is not
have.
complete for you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's this fulfillment I have when with the children. So that was it for me. And I think that I'd even started since everything that happened for me ministerially or Christian wise was between 2003 and 2005. That was when I actually got all my because I knew that I can't be in Christ without being useful for Christ.
Mm.
I got
Mm.
it like I got it straight. So I
Mm.
knew that if you want to keep this fire burning, you just have to be useful somewhere. So
Yeah.
I found my strength
Mm.
and I stayed there.
Mm.
And it's been beautiful. And even still at my own church, everywhere I've always been, even if it's just short time of travel, I still join a children church for services.
Mm.
Yeah, like that's it. So it's just a ministry, I think.
Yeah.
So I found my strength to the ministry. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you very much for that. So good to hear. So I would also like to ask now that, I mean, at this point of your life, how has, I mean, you've talked about YF, I mean, impacting your life when it comes to your, I mean, work with God. So in other areas, how has YF impacted who you are today as an accountant? And I also know that you also have a side business. I know you're into, I mean, baking of cakes and, I mean, other things that you do, your businesses. How has YF impacted who you are today?
So my current job, I got it because I am a YF member.
Oh, wow.
So how it's funny how God works. Like it's very funny. I've been to several places and I remembered when I went to Lautech and YF was a family for me.
Mm.
Like I just got to Lautech, I have nowhere to go. And my first place actually at that time as well was YF. I got there, I didn't know where to stay. When you're in Ogbomoso, oh, I'm going to Lautech and you really don't, it's a no man's land. You just wanted to write post to tear me. And I got there
Mm.
and I just made few calls to my own set members that I knew were YF members. And when Mimo Ogunfuyi was the one, I just called her. She said, I mean, may the Lord rest her soul.
Amen.
And, you
Amen.
know, she just, took me in, like, come and stay at my place. And it was just not me, it was myself and my sister, Moradio, that went together. And he was like, oh, don't worry, you even brought food and all. No, ile now. That's what one thing YF did for me. And, there I met Lautech YF. I think they go together.
Yeah.
So there are lots of YF members there. And that was home for me. All through school, it was home for me. And when I now got a job, when I was looking for a job, I just went for this interview. I think that was my second to last interview. Then the man called me and said, come up. I went. I didn't know this person. Like, how I even got the link to the interview was a funny way. So they were asking me who brought me. And I told them that it's God. So I got there and they were asking me, okay, so they checked the CV and I was like, you went to Queen's School. And I said, yes, I went to Queen's School. And he said, the director there was telling me, was talking to the other director, that's the school that Shola Gidigbi went,
Wow.
As he just mentioned the name, I smiled. Then he was like, why are you smiling? Am I talking to you? And I'm like, oh no, that's my sister you just spoke about. And he said, what do you mean that she's your sister? I know her family. I know her dad. You don't tell me she's your sister. And I said, well, you can call her. She's my sister. She will not deny me. Funnily, it's not like she knows that I was there, but they mentioned that name. And I just keyed into it straight up, like, oh, that's my sister right there that you mentioned. And they were like, you're bold. I was even talking to another director. And I'm like, yeah, but I am very sure of this person I'm speaking about. So they gave a call immediately at the interview there. He called her and was like, there's someone here with me. And she's, what did you say your name is again? I said Tutu Adedayo. And he just like, Tutu, the way she even was already, the Tutu, how are you? This one was like, no, Miss Okpeke, I'm only saying, do you know her?
Wow.
And that was it for me. Then I think he
Wow.
mentioned, I'm trying to remember the principal he mentioned. And I remembered, she gave us access to use Queen's School at that time. So when he mentioned, I said, I know her very well. Then the next thing was, and where do you know these people? I mentioned, Youth Foundation actually made me know them. We have a fellowship. They told me to explain how I knew her. I did, and that was it. We're just two left for this thing, and they told me, oh no, that the other person could be taken, but no, they know this person well. So why wouldn't they take me? And that was it.
Wow.
So, that's what YF did for me for my job. And I'm still there now due to the trust of the fact that they have in the person that I know.
No.
I don't need to get what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is one thing about, this interview for us. Every story, every experience has been unique. Every story has been unique. Every experience that everybody that we brought in has been unique, and it has been a
Sorry.
blessing. It has been no worries at all. It has been a blessing. It has been a blessing to me personally, and I'm sure to several other persons that, I've been privileged to go over these interviews we had. The stories, the experiences, it has been unique and it has been a blessing. Hearing this for the first time really blessed me, really, really blessed me. And we are so
Thank
grateful.
you.
We are so grateful to God for wife and for uncle and auntie. Okay, so coming. This is also one question that we do ask. For the married ones, would want to know how you met your husband. We want to know. Just share with us how you met your husband. Yeah, we want to know. I've heard. One or two short story, but we want to know the the real story
I,
of.
his wife. It looks like everything around me is wife.
Wow.
I think
Wow.
that's it. So my husband is not a YF member.
Okay.
Yes, he's not a YF member. But I went for a YF wedding.
Okay. Okay.
And I met him.
Wow.
So it
Wow.
was Brojide Abodurin's
Oh, okay.
wedding.
Yeah.
and he was the best man. He was his best friend, so he
Oh,
was the best man.
wow. Wow.
And I was his wife is my friend, Joni.
Yeah.
So I was just there as the baker.
Okay.
I baked the wedding cake, so I was there as the baker. And and I just saw that someone kept on saying, this cake is going to fall. It came the first time. I was far away from where the cake was actually. It came the first time. This cake is going to fall. And I'm like, eh, let me go and check. But it's okay, sir. I'll go and check. Then he came back again. I'm really, it looks like the stage they set for that cake stand. It's not okay. Do you really want to check it? And I'm okay, I will. So that was all I noted on that particular wedding day. That's all. I think that was only the time I saw him one on. I've seen him as
Mm.
the best man we were
Yes, man.
introduced, but it's that night. But that was I think that was the only thing I think I
Conversation you
know,
guys. Yeah.
yes, that made us see one on one. And that was it for me. Then I traveled back to, because I was in Ondo then, I traveled back to Ondo and Brojide's call just came in. Eh, there's this my friend that saw you at that was it.
Wow.
Man, and I'm like, I saw him at night, and I remember the last time I saw him again was him telling me about 3 times that the cake is going to fall. The place I left it isn't balanced, or maybe something went wrong. And I'm like, okay, we'll give it a try. He's like, I know he's a good guy. He was giving me good words for him. But so that was it, number one. But eventually, when it was now time we were already having plans for wedding and all. So I felt, well, it's just Brigide that knows him. And that was it. Then I got to know that virtually all my friends that were
Yeah.
full-time members,
Wow.
Victor Weye, Folusha
Wow.
Tolagbe, all of the people that I know that went to FUTA as well
Mhm.
knew him.
Wow.
So that's how, to him, it was like, oh, wow, small word. So if I'd been a terrible person now, this is how these
Mm.
people will come and, scatter the
Mm.
whole plan for me. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's good to be good
Wow.
everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's just it for me. So that was how we met. And it's been a wonderful
Amazing.
journey so far.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So good. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing. So, I mean, on a very final note, because I could see that, I mean, baby is there trying to get your attention. So, on a very final note, this is a question we normally try to close with. So, if you could go back in time, if there'll be one advice you would give to your younger self, what advice will it be? And I mean, for as many younger person watching us, the younger generation, what advice, in Youth Foundation in particular, what advice will you give to, I mean, those still in school fellowship, those just starting in undergraduates, I mean, to the younger generation? I mean, I'm also a younger generation. So what advice will you give to us? And will you give to your younger self if you have to go back in time?
What advice do I want to give my younger self? I had it all. I
Mm,
had it all. But
mm,
what advice would I love to give this generation? No God and no peace.
mm,
No God and no peace. You are nothing without God, actually. We Life wouldn't have a meaning without God. So that's how I can put it. Like your life that you're living now, if you remove God from it, it is meaningless.
mm,
So no God and no peace.
mm,
When you're with God, every other thing aligns.
mm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. So if there's one thing we'll be taking up from this interview is that no God and no peace. I mean with God, I mean everything would be sorted. Just like you shared in your story that as far back as 2003, I mean you said yes to God, and that really shaped, changed the trajectory of your life, of who you have
Yeah,
become. I mean
change
everything,
everything.
everything,
Yes.
everything. Everything. Thank you so much, Ma, for this time. Thank you for making our time to be
Thank
with us
God.
today. Thank you so much. It's been I
Thank
mean,
you
very
for your
amazing.
time. Beautiful.
Thank you, ma. Thank you so much, ma. So good to see you and to hear from you. And I'm very sure that when next we reach out to you again, you give us time as an audience. Thank you so much, ma. It's so good speaking with you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this episode. Till next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, ma. Bye.
Bye bye.